Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'll be showing you all my workflow for creating a space shot in Blender from start to finish. The first step is to import your ship model or whatever you want to focus on in your scene. In my case, the ship model is attached to the space station looking model. The next step is to have a space HDRI or world system set up. I won't go over mine in depth, but this is the node setup on the screen now. As you can see, I have different setups for different batches of stars, although I tend to keep mine barely visible in shots. Then after that, you should save, because if you don't, you might lose progress, like me. Next, I import the planet that I'm going to have in the background, in this case Earth. I won't be going over how you get your Earth to look like this, but a great tutorial, which is the one I followed, should be popping up in the top right. After we have that imported, we set up our camera. I have an add-on called Pro Lens by William Landgren, which makes camera bokeh super good looking and easy, but it's not necessary at all. With your camera selected, press number pad 0 and then N to bring up the side menu. Select camera to view. Now you can find the perfect camera angle by just looking around with the normal controls. Once you have a good starting point, hit Object Properties and right click on the location keyframes and hit Insert Keyframes at the top. And also make sure to do that with the rotation right below that. After doing this and making sure the keyframe is at the beginning of your timeline, move yourself to the last frame of the timeline and find whatever camera angle you want to end on. Again, the length and amount of keyframes is up to you. After you have the angle you want, just hit Insert Keyframe again for our location and rotation, and there you go. But notice we have a weird effect where it seems like the camera gets sped up and then slows down. This is a setting on our keyframes by default, and we can change it really easily. In your timeline, hit A to select all your keyframes and then right click and select linear. This makes all our camera speed consistent, but something still isn't quite right. Something feels robotic. Now I have an add-on called Camera Shakeify, and you're probably thinking, oh great, another add-on, but this add-on is free and it will change your life. It's made by Ian Hubert and I highly recommend downloading it. I just select my camera, go into camera settings, click the little plus icon, and then I have a ton of preset options for my camera shake. For shots like this, I prefer close-up, but you can use whatever you want. A bonus thing I do for these shots is a particle system from a cube for space debris, and although I won't show it to you all step by step, it's very simple and here are my settings if you're interested. The next step is Blender Compositing, but I'll be taking this shot into After Effects afterwards as well for comp work. To composite with nodes in Blender, just hit Use Nodes checkmark in the top right of the Compositing tab, and then Shift A to add a viewer node. Connect your image output to the composite and the viewer, hit Render Image to have your viewer show what your result will look like in the background. The first node I like to add is a lens distortion node and then a glare node. The settings I used are on the screen, but it really just depends on your individual shot. Now you're pretty much ready. Make sure you save and have all your render settings the way you like and hit render. Now this next part will be done entirely in After Effects, so if you don't have it, I recommend color grading and doing other post-production in DaVinci Resolve or a similar software. The first thing I do is create a new composition and name it whatever you want. Also make sure it's the correct aspect ratio. Then double click in your project tab over here and find your image, sequence, or MP4 that you rendered out. Drag it into your new composition and you're ready for the best part. The first thing is noise. You're probably confused, but trust me, in most cases you will want a layer of realistic noise in your shot to unify the colors, and it just gives a very cinematic, spacey feel. Create the new adjustment layer and name it noise. Find the noise effect and drag it onto your new adjustment layer. I usually go 4% noise, but it depends on your specific shot and what you want. I also usually turn off color noise, but again, it's up to you. Lastly, the color grade. Create another adjustment layer and add another effect on it called Lumetri Color. Once you're happy with the result, just hit export in the top right and decide on your settings. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. I'm very excited for you all to see my short film Departure coming this fall. If you want to see more videos like this, leave a like and consider subscribing. And if you want to meet more like-minded visual effects artists, we have a Discord server, link in the description. Have a good day.